morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and those who are neither, wherever you are in the world. I'm Rambling Rusty Elm, and this is Rambling with Rusty. Last time on Rambling with Rusty, we finished off, or did our second dungeon, and then came over into, I believe we're in the Northern Shroud right now, where we started to do some gathering for resources, and we were kind of being annoyed by some rando who thought he was being funny but was really just making himself look the fool. Today we are going to kind of continue on with collecting resources, trying to get our botany class leveled up. And a little bit later we will be heading into town to meet up with a friend who's promised to show me where a few things in the game are. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, why is this not letting us? Okay, that was just weird that it didn't want to let us work on that. We got this tree here. Let's work on this one. Oh. Let's move on up here. Did they leave off? It looks like they left off. Okay. To that. Why won't it leave that poor dog alone? Let's see, that's level 9. Wow. Okay, so I leveled up again in this. That makes me level 8 on this now. I think if there weren't like 40 of these guys right here, I might want to try harvesting there. Well, I might want to try leveling up by fighting them. Oh, yeah. Oh, that gives me level 9 there. Well, hello, Mr. Josh. How you been doing today? Yep. I'm just running around Northern Shroud, collecting some botany resources. Well, I think I could get away with that. I'm kind of heading that way anyways. What's she got going on? I think I'll come back. I need to figure out how to sell stuff. Well, let me see here. First, let me do this. And stream, yes. Okay, so what do I got here? I got a whole bunch of stuff. Nope. I think that might be one of the things I don't get. I know there's a way to automatically sort these, but I forget what it is. And then won't let me. Okay. So let's see. I got some marmot meat, some honey, some animal sinew, some marmot steak, some dark matter. I think I want to keep that. Let's see. Animal skin. These bronze pieces. Some ether potion. Rose pink dye. Beast skin blood. Right click. Ah, there it is. Okay. Oh, that looks so much better. Okay. Phoenix down. Okay. Let's see. Glamour. I'm pretty sure I need to go to a merchant. Oh, geez. Must be an event. I recognize that crowd. The Valentine's event starts February 2nd, which I think is today. Let's see. Okay. I'm using controller, but I got my mouse here. So, no, I don't want to purchase that. Let's see. Price back. Set command purchase. Why select item to sell? Oh. Ah, there we go. Marmot steak. Let's see. No, I think I want to save my dies. Really? Okay, give me a second here. Altgoat Chuck. What the heck is Altgoat Chuck? Yeah. Honey. Maple branch. I don't think I want to sell that. Altgoat skin. I'm not sure where I got most of these, but... Formic acid? What the heck's that? Did you say don't sell it? Yeah, it only sells for one deal. Beastkin blood. Let's see, Tinlaqua mistletoe. Parasitic plant. I just grabbed a bunch of those specifically so I can sell them. I think I can find more of those. I don't know what I'm going to do with the wind-up airship. Ice shard. How do I have 100 ice shards? I haven't gathered any. I haven't been able to get into anywhere to gather them. Okay, let's see. Where are you at? Rope smash. Haven't. You must be further down here. How do I do that? Social. This function is not available. Yes, I cannot form parties because I'm still on the free trial. Just like I haven't been offered to join any of the brand companies, so I can't get them out. Let's see, King Undercrop, there you are. Party invite was canceled. Right. I can join your party, but I can't make a party. Let's see. Disciple of the land action. Oh. Cool. I might actually... Oh, I got the sneak ability, finally. So that means I can go into areas that are just a little bit too powerful and collect stuff. Okay. Got all my stuff repaired. Character. That's not right. Let's do it this way. The coral kitten, you mean? Okay, so that's how you get to summon stuff. Okay. I've accomplished enough feats to keep the bard singing for a lifetime, lads. Such an achievement shouldn't go unrecognized. And to that end, I'd like me to have this. Consider it a token of my highest esteem. You accrued achievement points have earned you an achievement certificate. Certificates may be exchanged for special rewards of your choice. Yeah. Press. I wind up cursor. Well. Okay, so. Okay. I'm just trying to look and see what I have. These are glamour items. Unique, untradable. Okay. Illustrated periodical and fashionable facial accessories. Oh. I should probably go through these when I'm not on camera. End of Gilgamesh. Several arms appear to be missing, but that does not seem to completely hinder basic functions. I don't think so. Yeah, it doesn't sound familiar. Is that a dungeon? No, I haven't been there. I have done the dungeon in Skull Valley and the dungeon in Central Shroud. I don't know what I wanted. I guess I'll just get that. So is it like a 300 person plus fight? Okay. Yeah, that works. At least I know where that's at now. I know that, at least I know there is one. See this crowd? I recognize this crowd. See this crowd in every single MMO there is. Yeah, have fun. If I'm there, there's no reason to do that. Yeah, have a good day. Have a good night. Let's see, I'm gonna go over here. Yeah, we got the selling figured out. We got the achievement vendor found and understand what he is now. And I think... Actually, you know what? I'm going to head... Let's see. I need to go to Ul'dah for my next mission, so let's go back there. Okay. Ruby Roads. I need to go this way. I need to go talk to them. So what? So all classes and jobs, limited jobs are level 16. Okay, so I just needed to switch to my higher class. Welcome to the quicksand. I'm a tad busy right now. If you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Oh, it's you, Rusty. And there I was, spouting the same tired line. Mjorn sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come here all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started. So let's talk business, shall we? Mamadi is waiting to brief you on the task. The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment. Gods almighty, Papa Shan. Another second under that sun, I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. What's up, Papa Shan? Excellent timing, Papa Sean. It just so happens the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here. Oh, why, if it isn't my good friend Rusty. It does my spirit well to know that you're the one who will be helping us. Maybe you'd like to apprise Rusty of his mission. Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the Hekatoncaires? Fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn Dynasty. It seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Throne Dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used the Ectophares to work their mines by way of enchanted helms. They were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as oft the way of such tales, those enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well, now, that got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking. It's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed. And that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. If not, I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you put an end to some business. Yeah, I guess I can do that. God's bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell Mines are in the Western Thanalan. Do take care, you hear? And one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amagina and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell Mines well. May behoove you to seek his counsel. Painted Mesa. Looking for Painted Mesa, you found him. I see you the adventurers volunteered to deal with the mess down at Copperbell. You've got guts, mate. I just hope you got skills to go with them. Because things ain't pretty down there. The Hekatoncaires, the whatchamacallits have left the place in a right state, and nearly a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second Ul'dah dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. It hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. The stone torches keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation's resting on you, friend. Best of luck. Well, how nice of them. Okay. That's going to take me to Horizon, which is pretty close to where I need to be. There's the door. As I recall, what I'm looking for is up here. Okay, there been an incident inside. We're here to ensure that the effects are contained, but for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. But you're the adventurers who's volunteered to quill the... I didn't think the Papa Shan would be able to find someone so quickly. The Giants are content to wreak havoc inside for now. It's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best you can. Enter at will. New regular duty has been added. Let's hit it. Let's see, we have a conjurer, a thaumaturge, and a lancer. No healers. Okay. That seems pretty straightforward. I need to do a better job of keeping an eye on them. Oh, I need keys. Guess I need to grab the keys, huh? Oh, come on, guys. You getting on with me or what? Is there something out here I forgot? Well, it doesn't look like it. Let's see, we're gonna have to go down, but let's get up here and get these guys. That's what I thought. That's the one I need to have up. figured I needed to go... So I need to go down that way. Okay, so I need to go find more. This. Okay. Okay, so I'm guessing I'm going to have to go out here. Slaves no more. Free, free. Okay, so this is the big boss. Okay, so he's level 17. No! Okay, duty complete. That'll be Dungeon 3. Unable to obtain plunder something. Yeah, we have finished the duty, so we might as well exit. Copperbell Mines were first opened by royal decree during the Thorn Dynasty over 300 years ago. However, due to the Great Giant Revolt, the mines were sealed and abandoned for centuries. The concern purchased the mines from the royal family 20 years ago, but saw no need to resume operations until recently. Demand for ore rose sharply in the wake of the calamity, and only fools would let developed mines go to waste. Or so they thought. Should have left it all buried and forgotten, if you ask me. Probably would have been a good idea. You know, duty calls commence battle. What's going on here? The Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ul'dah will have the materials it needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with the Papashan at the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Mamadi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. Okay, that made no sense. No. What's going on? Obnoxious merchant, shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. I didn't steal nothing. I bought this. Paid for it with my own coin. What rot, you refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to brass blades, you know. Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. This guy thinks he can do whatever he wants. I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of ye. I swear on my mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I saved. I only wanted to treat my children to a decent meal. And who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this mummer's face. You lot teach them a lesson. Well, if you're gonna attack me, we're gonna have a problem. Oh, stop seventh sail. Duty complete. Ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you, thrice over. Oh, this is that healer girl. Okay, another vision. I'd swear there were more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes. Problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they've tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced, Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't ferment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins. Get your dodo tenderloins. Guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Look around, you'd think Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Yes, sir. Are you all right? What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? Saw her buy the meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? I will overlook this, but just this once. God bless you, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. I don't bear thinking about it. All's well that ends well. Ah! Then, crit again. We meet again. Pray, do not mistake my intentions, for it's always honorable. But I have been watching you ever since you departed Ul'dah. You played the part of envoy to perfection, confident as a man on a diplomatic mission should be, yet unfallingly courteous to your betters. And when your travels led you into the midst of danger, you faced it without so much as a flinch. You, my friend, are quite a marvel, and I confess to being somewhat in awe of you. Ha! Ah, but my lavish praise continues. Most of all, I was struck by your readiness to aid those in need, even when words were all the reward you could expect to receive. Such selflessness is a rare thing in this day and age. All of which leads me to conclude that you are indeed the one whom I have been looking for, an adventurer possessed of a very rare set of qualities. To be sure, your rescue of that damsel in distress was more of a happy accident, but rescue her you did, and that is what matters in the end. I feel I should mention at this point that I also harbor a burning interest in a certain talent of yours. I speak of your visions. You have been experiencing visions, have you not? Well, it just so happens that I know a woman who shares your talent and can help you to understand it. She and I belong to the same organization, and we should both be delighted beyond words if you would agree to join our cause. Naturally, there are benefits to being part of such a collective. For one, we should be glad to assist you in realizing your potential as an adventurer. You need not give me your answer now. Think upon it, and if you feel moved to help us, as I pray you shall, speak with Mamadi, the ever-lovely and youthful mistress of the quicksand. Tell her the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have found their man, and she will tell you where to find us. Okay. Seems like that become even more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of gentlemen's woes with the women folk from time to time. Oh, jeez. Ah, Rusty. Sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh off the carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd been hard at it with giants in the dark. Never doubted for a moment that you'd succeed, of course, and neither did Papa Shan, which ain't to say he won't be overjoyed. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Don't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Ah, the healer girl. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while. What's up, Ida? My name is Ida. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one. If truth be told, anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when... I'm sorry, we were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avir, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are. You see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I've thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the man you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired, just as Avir once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first to ask you your name. Rusty Elm, I shan't forget. Thank you, Rusty Elm. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Adventuring can be a cruel bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be right pain in the arse looking after y'all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Rusty. Eh, what did you say? You want to know about the scions of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Rusty, the scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. Well, okay, we are a bit over time, so we're going to go ahead and call this an episode, and we will see you next time on Rambling with Rusty. Until then, I'm Rambling Rusty Elm. Have a good night, and don't forget to stop and smell the roses.